everybody, I'm Diane Baker with Diane's Wreaths and Florals. Today I'm going to teach you how to make this really cute deco mesh sunflower wreath. And it's going to come in a kit, and I'm going to show you what's included in the kit. It's very, very easy to make. Okay, the first thing I'm going to show you what's in the kit is let me get the camera pushed down here where it needs to be. Okay, so that's a little bit more maybe. Let's go, a little bit more. Okay, I think everybody can see that okay? All right, so what comes in the kit, you're going to get a wreath form. You're going to get your pipe cleaners, okay? There'll be 12 of these. You're going to get your deco mesh, which will be 2 rolls of these. You will get your 2.5-inch ribbons that goes on the bottom. And you'll also get your 2.5 and 2 1.5-inch ribbons that goes on the top. You will also get 6 really cute sunflowers already been cut for you, okay, and I'll show you how to put those in. And then you will also have a pre-made bow. There will be another tutorial later on how to make the bows, but this one's you've already got it made. And then now the supplies you're going to need a good pair of scissors. It doesn't come with a kit. You're going to need a good pair of scissors. You're going to need a good pair of wire cutters, and I'll show you what those are used for. Now in this whole, you also, something else you might think about getting is a hot glue gun, but I'm going to show you how to do this without a hot glue. But if you feel more comfortable using hot glue, you can use that. Okay, so the very first thing I want to talk to you about is how to put the zip, I would say zip ties. They're not zip ties, they are pipe cleaners. So I'm going to show you how to put these on, okay? Now you're going to have on your wreath form, you're going to have a smooth side, and then you're going to have kind of like a rougher side, okay? So we're going to start it out on this side here, okay? And this is what, you can see how it kind of dents in. I don't know if you can see it, how it dents in a little bit. Kind of curves in a bit, okay? And this curves in, this curves out, okay? So what we're going to concentrate right now are these little brackets here, okay? So we've got 6 brackets here, and then we're going to end up adding, we can get 6 brackets in between. So we're going to add the pipe cleaners on each one. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to get our pipe cleaners, okay? And I'm going to put my pipe cleaner in between these 2 brackets. Let's see if we can get this so you can see it. These 2 brackets here. Okay, right there. All right, so we're going to start on every single one of these. Going to go all the way around with it. Okay, and I always use the 1, 2, 3 to tighten them, and you tighten them pretty tight. You always want to push the pipe cleaners into the middle of the wreath form, and you'll see why once we get going. It just makes it a little bit easier. Pipe cleaners are our friend. And I usually with this particular wreath is called a pancake wreath, which means you can actually use it in a storm door, and it will fit right in between. It still looks nice and full, but it's not going to bother your door. It won't smash in the door. My words are kind of messing up today. Okay. All right. So let's see. Now, this is a simple way to make a wreath. You can use any color deco mesh. You can use any color flowers. But if you follow the same simple procedure here. Now, I have used a 12-inch wreath form. A lot of times I use 14-inch, but this is a 12-inch. Okay, so now I'm going to go in between each one of these here, and I'm going to do these 2 brackets here. Can you see it there? Okay, so these 2 brackets here. So this is going to go towards the bottom. So it's the last 2 brackets on the bottom in between the 2 top ones. And again, 1, 2, and 3. This time I'm going to face them down, or face them towards me. Okay? And this, if you wanted to make like several of these at one time, you know, or for friends, and you're like, okay, well, one night you're sitting out in front of the TV. It's okay, I'm going to make some of these for some friends, some gifts, or I just want them for myself. You can do all of this prepping ahead of time. Now, a lot of the ribbons you're going to see that I'm using, I have not dovetailed them. However, in the kit, they will be dovetailed. 2 more. Okay. Okay, so the next thing we're going to work on now is our deco mesh, okay? Now it comes in a roll like this. Now deco mesh will, so I can't see you there. Let me see, let's see. There we go, that's pretty good. I'll go down just a minute. The deco mesh it's very forgiving, but it also is very sticky. So if it unravels a little bit, don't worry about it. You just don't want to work with it so much. But I'm going to show you an easier way of putting this on. We're going to use our, we're going to start on the bottom part, okay, of the wreath form here. Okay, we're going to start on the bottom. So we're going to take this apart. We're going to tear it. Each one of these are already cut for you. Okay, now you might want to just get a little clip. This comes in with my classes, but you can get little clips like this anywhere, or you can use any, potato chip clip, whatever. And what I'll normally say is you could take like your scissor, and you can put your scissor down to keep it straight, like that. Okay. Well, I don't know if you can see that, but okay, yeah. Let me pull that down just a minute. There we go. That's good right there. Okay. So now if we take our deco mesh and we go down, we turn it over 1, 2, 3. Okay. You can use a clip if it bothers you, okay? So then what I do is I turn it back around, all right? And I'm going to do the same thing on this side, but I'm not going to use a clip on this side. So you're going to go 1, 2, 3, okay? And then from there, what I want you to do is I want you to gather it, okay? So you're going to go right down the middle, and you're using your 2 front fingers and your thumb. Okay, and you're just gathering it till you get to the end here, and then what you want to do is you want to take the clip out. All right, so if you can see, this almost looks like a front and a back. I don't know if you can see that, but this is where you can see like it looks like it's inside out. It really doesn't matter, but what I normally do is try to go on the right side where the actual round part is sticking inside of the deco mesh. Okay, so we're going to take this one, okay, and we're going to put it right in between the pipe cleaners here, okay, and again 1, 2, 3, okay, and then what I like to do is take it around the edges, okay, because that's why you want to have this little bit of the curl left. And I just kind of like to almost like attach the curls and tuck them up underneath one another. Okay? See how that's done? You're just going to tuck them up underneath one another like that, like a little pancake. Okay? So you grab your next one. Okay? Do the next one. Again, if you want to use your clip, you can. I'll use it on a couple, and then I probably won't use it just to kind of save some time. Okay? 3. There's it here. Around. Now, I do tuck it in sometimes when it just doesn't act like it's been cut really straight, or it kind of just not acting right. I'll kind of fold it on the ends a little bit. Either way, it doesn't matter. Again, we're going to ruffle, 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 and then we get to this part right here, and we're going to take it out of the clip, okay? And we're going to go to the next one, all right? One, 2, 3. Again, going to pancake, what I call pancake it out. Okay? You're just going to lay it flat. You're just going to kind of go up and under one another. Now, you will have some stragglies, and as you're doing this, and this is just, you know, just the way it is, it's just the way deco mesh works, you will have some straggles. And when you do, at the very end is when you're going to cut them off. You don't have to cut them off, you know, till the very end, because if you try to do all of that, then you got to go back over it again and again. So I just wait till the very, very end to do that. Okay. This. One, two, three, and I give it a good twist, because we don't, you know, we don't want it to come apart, and it's so easy to work with this stuff too. Okay. Okay. And you don't have to. You can pause this video, you know, if you want to just wait and do this part. I thought about doing it in a three step, but it was like too many videos to have to send out. So this one you can pause it, and then, you know, okay, let me get caught up and then go to the next one. But I encourage you to watch the whole video through first, and then when you get, you know, when you feel comfortable to go ahead and start, then you'll know where, you know, you have a couple places that you want to look at over again. But it's really not easy once you do it, you know, the first time. It's really fairly simple. And like I said, you can get into all different designs with this mesh, but this particular design here you can use with anything. So you can make, you know, oh, let's see, where's my, yeah, I have a 4th of July that I did in the same type of deal, and I'll show you in a minute what that looks like. But just kind of gives you an idea that you can do it with anything, really. Okay? You can make it into anything using different colored mesh. Now, there is a difference in some of your mesh that you get, because some of it is a little better quality than others. You're going to get some stuff that's like, I mean, I love the Dollar Tree, don't get me wrong. I love to get things from the Dollar Tree, but I don't care for their mesh. It does unravel quite a bit. If you run into something like that where you picked up some really good deal on the mesh, but it's not really the best quality, what I probably would do is maybe after try not to handle it as much as possible, and then when you do, at the end of it, you can spray with what they call E6000 spray, and you can get it through Amazon, and you can actually spray the bottom of it, and what it does is it glues it all together. It's not sticky, but it does glue it together. Okay? Alright, so this is the last one for your bottom. Okay? Okay. Again, we're just going to fluff it around, and it's pancake. So it should look like this. Alright, now that's the way it should look right now. Now the next thing you want to do is you want to go with all of your 2.5 inch ribbon here. So you have a yellow 2.5 inch ribbon, you have a polka dot 2.5 inch ribbon, and then you also have a sunflower 2.5 inch ribbon. So what you want to do here, okay, is you're going to take each one of your ribbons, so you're going to start with your yellow first, and then you're going to start with your brown, okay, and then you're going to end it with your sunflower. Now again, like I said, these are not dovetailed. They will be dovetailed in your kit, okay? So, and then what I like to do is I take them and I fold them, okay, in half. All right, so you got it folded in half. And so from there, what you want to do is you want to put it on your board, and you just want to pinch, 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 pinch. So you're getting something that looks like this. And I always take it, kind of push it down like that. All right, so this goes in between your two pipe cleaners here. Okay, again, you're going to do the 3 method, 1, 2, 3. And then I don't know if you can see this or not, but you see how the bow kind of indents on each side? So I usually just stick my finger up underneath there and kind of, like I say, pop it out. And then you can spread these out, okay? Like this. All right? Then you go to the next one. So you've got this one, your yellow, your polka dot, and your sunflower. Fold it in half. Okay. Board. Pinch, pinch, pinch. Okay. Turn it a little bit. Okay. And you can use any ribbons you want. You don't, just find a pretty ribbon that you like and just coordinate it through. It's always fun to doing a whole bunch of different ribbons. I used 3 in each sets of these because I just thought they were so, I liked it 3 because I thought it was really kind of pretty the way this all folds. And when it all folds on the top, when it's done, it just kind of lays over each other. It looks really pretty. But you don't have to do it. Now, you can use even more ribbon if you want. I probably would not recommend any more than 3 at a time, but you can, you can also, these are cut in 12-inch strips. You can actually cut them in 14-inch strips, which a lot of times if I use a 14-inch wreath form, I will cut them in 14-inch strips. You would also have more pipe cleaners too, because it's a bigger wreath. Okay. Okay, now normally I would tell you to go ahead and cut your pipe cleaners off at this time, meaning these right here on this bottom, because you won't be messing with them. Once you get all of these on, you would normally go around and you would cut the pipe cleaners, but I'm not going to do it this time for time's sake. I'm just going to tuck them in, okay? So we're just going to do that for now. And again, like I said, remember, these are all going to be dovetailed for you, so you won't have to worry about any of that, except for just having a lot of fun. Okay? That. It is raining here. I am from, actually I'm here in Florida, Edgewater, Florida, and it is raining today. And it was hotter than the dickens too. I don't know if it was hot where you guys are at. Okay, so then we got this. Okay, last one. Okay? Okay. Again, like I said, I'm just going to tuck these under for now because, you never want to cut these off till you're completely finished with your project on that row, because, if you want to add more to it. So let's say if I wanted to add a different ribbon or bows or something there, I still have more of that left. Okay, so the next, it should look like this. I know it doesn't look like much now, but it will form to what you want it to look like, okay? So then, now the next thing we're going to do is add the next layer of deco mesh, which is going to go in the middle. And that is the reason why I said, well, these went into the inside, so now you know which ones to use. So I usually just lift them up like this. You lift them up like this is really a neat idea, because then you can see them, because these pipe cleaners, some of these pipe cleaners you can see, and these actually kind of blend into the deco mesh, so they're a little harder to see. So you're going to follow the same identical way that you did the front, the bottom one, okay? So again, if you want to use your clip, go ahead and use your clip. Okay? And use your clip. Like I said, I won't be using the clip. That's because I've been doing it for a long time. But if it is, sometimes I do go back to the clip though if it finds that it's hurting my hands, because I do have a little bit of arthritis, so I got to be careful. So, okay, you're going to do it the same identical way. You got a bow tie, turn it to its right side, and you're going to put it right up on top of this one, okay? 1, 2, 3, okay? Spread it out, okay? All right, next one. Now there's all kinds of different things that if you want to come back and I will teach you how to make all kinds of different things with deco mesh. That's really a lot of fun. This one's being painful. That's okay. And when that happens, you start all over. Okay? See how this one's starting to unravel? So I'm going to wait before I cut this, okay? And I'm just going to kind of fold this over a little bit and then fold it over again. I know it looks like a mess, but it will calm down in a minute. So we still have the bow tie, okay? Put this in here. I have tried to use cutting with which I'll show you how to do on a later date, but you can cut with it's like a, I call it a hot knife. It's a wood burning knife, and what it does is it glues the edges, but you got to be really, really, really careful with it because you can get hurt. So try not at the beginning. I usually try to do it one class just on that, so that would be up to you whether you wanted to do that or not. But it keeps it from fraying so much. But I find that once I do it, I'm not messing with it anymore. So it's not going to hurt anything. Unless you get something that's really, really, really fraying. And if it is, most of the time it's a different type of deco mesh. So you can look, it'll tell you whether it's made out of poly or if it's made out of more plastic. So you'll be able to tell. And you're like, you know which one you're going to get. So again, like I said, you want to make sure these are all good and fluffed up the way around. And it will start coming to life. Is anybody here from Florida? Do you have any Floridians? I was born and raised here, and then moved to South Carolina, and then lived there probably almost 30 years, 25, 30 years, and moved back to Florida to retire. You can see I'm retiring. But that's okay. I love doing this. This is a lot of fun, and like I said, I do everything. I do weddings, floral arrangements, all kinds of things. So, and then this way, I just thought, well, we could just start teaching people. Okay. I only have 2 more of these. I know it's getting boring watching this. But you just keep, like I said, you just keep ruffle, 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 turn it in at the end. Oh, and the last one I'll show you a neat little trick you can do. But you want to wear something you don't care if you ruin, because it will snag your clothes. But another way you can do it is you can take it, see how it automatically folds here? You can take it like this, roll it in twice, and then just boom. There you go. Okay? You can do that too. But just wear something that you don't care if it snags, because this will snag on everything. Okay. All right, so this is how your wreath should look now, okay? All right, that's with the top deco mesh on. Now what you're going to use is you're going to use the 3 of your other ties, okay? And so you have a yellow, a green, and I tried to coordinate the green with the green inside of this sunflower ribbon, and I just coordinated with this one because it was a smaller one, so I thought that would be really pretty, but I kept the yellow all the way around. So we're going to go yellow, green, and the sunflower, okay? And again, you're going to same identical thing you did on the bottom, okay? And you're going to scrunch it, bend it, okay? Bend it over, spread them out. So cute. And you see it come to life. So you'll see how it folds over and over and over on your ribbon. So it's just like a little, it's like burst of color that keeps coming out, in and out, in and out, in and out. Okay, so we got this one, this one, this one. And guys, I'm sorry if there's a humming noise in here. I'm trying to run the air conditioner because in Florida, it is very, very hot. You might hear some raindrops on the roof because it is raining, but I'm welcoming the rain because it is hot. So I do apologize if you feel the hum, you hear the humming in the background. But that's what it is. It's not you, it's me. As soon as my workroom is going to get renovated, so as soon as all of that's said and done, I mean, hopefully we'll have a better work area, a quiet one, maybe. We can work with. All right. Okay. And it's the same thing over and over and over again. Again, you can use different colored ribbons to make a different color look. You can use different colored deco mesh. You can do all kinds of things with this. You can add a sign to this. This one does not have a sign. I will do some other instructional videos which shows you how to put signs in. But this particular one does not have a sign. We're going to use a really pretty bow. And again, there'll be a bow tutorial on that too. But this one comes in your kit already made. Okay? Okay. One, two, three. All right. Now, if you don't want to put ribbon, if you only want to put one ribbon on the bottom or leave the bottom alone and put one ribbon on the top, you can do that as well. There's another technique you can use too, which is really kind of cute, is if you use just the deco mesh and you took a couple of different colors on the bottom, and I'll show you how to do that one day. But it's like you take 2 different color deco meshes and you make them into like little round pipes, and you put those on the bottom. It's really cute. There'll be another tutorial on that, on how to do that. So that's another idea. So you're not so, the same thing over and over and over again. But each one of these, no matter what, looks different. So let's see, what's this? Okay. All right, let's see. We got one more. And you'll see sometimes you'll get a couple of extra strips in your kit, and that's okay. That's in case you make a mistake or you want to practice with something or whatever. So sometimes if I have like an extra strip, I just go ahead and fill it in there. Okay, so this is the last one. All right, now unlike what you did on the bottom, what you would do on the bottom is cut the pipe cleaners. You're not going to do that this time, okay? You're not going to cut the pipe cleaners. You're going to leave the pipe cleaners on there, because what we're going to do now is we're going to add our bow and we're going to add our flowers. Okay? So, these have already been cut for you. That none of the, and again, like I said before, we're not going to dovetail any of these yet. But a dovetail is going to look like this when we go to do it. You're just going to bend it towards you like this, okay? And then you're just going to give it a cute little angle snip like that. And it looks like this. It's really cute and finished. I usually try to wait till the very end to do that when I put them in the box so they stay nice and neat. Okay? All right, now, these I've already cut for you, and I know they're little ones, you know, but I've already cut it because I'm going to show you how to put them in, and then it'll be easier for you to snip it a little bit more if you wanted to, because I'm not looking at you. Okay, but I snip it a little bit, snip it just a little bit more, so if you want to put hot glue gun on, but we're not going to do that with this. Now, let me show you this real quick. Okay, let's see, let's go ahead and get it down here. Okay, now, on your bow, you're going to see 2 sets of pipe cleaners, okay? It's going to be one here and one here, okay? So this one is the one that's going to be attached to your wreath frame. This one is what you're going to attach your flowers with, okay? So now what I normally do is try to eyeball it a little bit and say, okay, before I put this on, I just kind of set my little bow up there and say, oh, you're cute, blah, blah. And then say, okay, so where are we going to put it? Okay, so do we want that bow to be there? So if we want the bow to be there, we're going to start a sunflower here, and we're going to start sunflower here. So let's see, how is that going to look? Yeah, we like that, okay? So let's go ahead and attach our bow. And again, you can do it this way. You can either put the bow down here, put all your sunflowers up here. You can do whatever you want with this, okay? So again, I have not clipped all of this yet. I'm going to clip it when we're done. I always clip all of this when I'm done, so that way I can kind of, some tails I want longer, some I don't. So anyway, so what you're going to do is you're going to take the bottom 2 pipe cleaners, there it is. Okay, your bottom 2 pipe cleaners here, and you're going to go right, okay, you're going to have pipe cleaners already here, okay, that where you tied on your ribbon, but that's okay. Tuck them down, and I want you to take this pipe cleaner, I want you to go over, and if you'll see where I'm going with this, I'm kind of moving this deco mesh around and around, and I'm going to go right through this form here. Okay? Yeah, you can see that okay. There we go. That's good right there. Okay? And then what I do, now once you get it around here, you're going to want to tighten it. Do your 3, but I want you to tighten it really, 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 really tight. Okay? And then again, you can go back and snip these. All right? So now there's our bow. And you will continue to fluff, but you're not going to do that right now. All right? So now, we're going to go ahead and put in our sunflowers, okay? And I'm actually going to go ahead and cut this one off, just because I'm going to cut it. Okay? There it is. All right, now, okay. There we go. Okay? Now, we're going to take our first sunflower and we're going to leave the leaf on there, okay? And then we're going to go over here to our little pipe cleaner, okay, right beside the bow. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to bend this flower in, the actual wire. I'm going to bend the wire in a little bit, okay? And I'm basically going to take it and I'm going to hook it into this deco mesh around this bow. So if I put my hands around here, I can feel this going right around the bow, right around the bow. Do you see how this came back out right here? Okay, so I'm going to take my pipe cleaner and I'm going to I'm going to turn it over like this, and I'm going to tie it on, okay? And again, like I said, you'll go back through and cut all these pipe cleaners off. Okay, isn't that cute? All right, so then you do the next one the same identical way. Here, see, I bent it, and if you want me to bend yours, I'm not going to bend yours, although you might have some that are already bent, that are bent when you get them. But normally I try not to and let you do it yourself, because you might decide you want to do it a different way. So I stick it up right up on here underneath these bows. Yeah. All right, and then I'm running the pipe cleaner in between here, 2, 3, kind of just let him. And you want them to stick up a little bit too. You don't want them way down into your wreath, into your bows. Okay. Here's the next one. We're going to do the same identical thing all the way around. All right. It's just a fun way to add flowers, and like I said, you can actually use it if you don't want to do it this way. If you find, oh, I can't be bothered, you just go ahead and cut some of the wire cutter off of there, some of the wire off of the sunflowers. You want to cut it off to about right there and put a little bit of glue and stick it down in there. Anything that sticks into this deco mesh will not come out. And I usually recommend using Gorilla Glue if you're going to use glue, because that is the best glue out there for this kind of stuff. But it's pretty strong glue. And you can get, you can get a hot glue gun fairly reasonable. Probably about even like maybe $30, something like that. But you want to get a good one, something that's going to have where you can control the heat on it. Because some stuff you're going to want a lot of heat, some stuff you don't want a lot of heat. So you just want to be able to control that. That's always nice. Okay. One more of these big ones. Again. Okay. And again, we stick it up under here. Over. All right. There we go. Okay, there's that. Now, you probably say, well, Diane, what do I do about this mess? Well, first of all, what we're going to do is we are going to fluff this up a little bit. And what I want you to do is you're going to have 2 small ones. All right? So these 2 small ones here are going to go inside the bow. I like to put flowers in the bows because I like to make it look like it's growing out of the bow. So this is where I probably, if you were going to use a hot glue gun, I would. But in this case, we're not going to use a hot glue gun, so I'm going to put these together like this, okay? And I'm just going to tie it around my pipe cleaners, okay? And I'm going to just kind of tuck them into the bow so they're kind of sticking up, really cute like that. And you fluff your bow, all right? And then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and cut these. Okay, and this particular, now you can make this bow go this way. That's why I didn't cut the pipe cleaner. Cut the bow. Actually, you know what? I'm only going to cut these green ones, and I'm going to leave these for you to cut. So remember how I said to do it. You're going to take it and you're going to fold it towards you, and then you're going to do an angle just like this. Okay? So I'm going to leave that one alone. And then this way, if you want to see how you can bring the bows out like this, so then what you would do is you would do a dovetail about right here, okay, and one right there. Or if you want to make it like a funky bow, okay, you can do it like this, pull this up here, okay, and you've got like it, you can actually do the dovetail shorter, okay, but it looks cute that way too. Anyway, there you go. There's your wreath. So let me know if you like it. The kit is for sale. It is just So yeah, I don't know what happened to my sound. Something did. But anyways, but I'm good. Anyway, this is the wreaths that you're going to be making. So let me know if you like it, and share it if you would. Thank you. Come back and see me.